Real
linking
talk.
up. You know, it's gonna be a major thing,
It's
y'all.
going down. G Talk 2020. We live. That's why GBN.
Introduce our special
SG. I'm sorry. I'm off the drink. Say it for me. Say it for me. That's why I looked at you. Like,
SG bosses.
I said, nigga, did I say it right?
So basically, everybody always asks, you know, eventually they get the abbreviation and then be like,
what
it
it stand for?
So, Strictly Grinding Entertainment, Young Bosses Nationwide.
Fucking with it.
But it was too long, so we shortened it. And now,
acronym.
at first, everybody couldn't get it, but now we done put the work in, and now it's like, you know, I like that it's buzzing and it's, you know.
Yeah. If they know all them letters, I mean, they know you. They know your brand.
Yeah. I mean, they know the artist.
We got my brother in the building, G Talk 2020. I'm glad y'all here. Shout out to all the viewers, the listeners, the watchers, the lovers, the haters. We need all y'all. We got my brother in the building, Reese Money.
Yo.
We got Boss Chav in the building.
What's happening?
We got K Boogie in the building. We got DJ Don Ron in the building. And you got Tone Diesel in the building. DJ Don Ron, where can the people find you at if they enjoyed that mix?
Man, you can find me at W Lounge, a new spot at Midlothian,
7?
7 Life. Used to be at Pablo, different places, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
be moving around.
Moving and grooving. You already know how y'all fellas doing tonight.
Man, that's a blessing, man.
Blessing, bro.
Yeah.
I'm good. We've been working. We got a big show tomorrow night.
Yeah, this dude with the live band tomorrow.
Yeah, Richmond Park. You know, we got the
live. Oh, your artist bands, right?
Bands,
okay, yeah, because he was the one that was playing this song at the Kill release party. Yeah.
It's only right big bands got
you know,
a live
I
band.
play drums and shit, so I've been watching your live and shit. They been, man, it sounding good.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the band, man. We've been rehearsing with them for about a month. Yeah, it's a big show, man. Everybody gonna be a part of it. The Morning Jump Off team. It's hosted by that girl Olivia. Shot Bliss, Shondell, everybody will be in the building tomorrow night. 92.3, my radio Chicago. It's a big event, man. And for bands only been an artist professionally for about 8-9 months. So for him to be having the success that he's having, you know, just stepping into the game, like I mean, he's for real one of my newest artists, but I can't even lie, like Lil Bro, one of the hardest working artists, and everybody gravitating towards his music. So, you know, his whole family gonna be in the building tomorrow, and it's a big deal. You know, he made the magazine for Biz Magazine. He got a whole spread in there. So, you know, his new video Takers, which is gonna be an animated video, is finna drop.
Who's directed that?
It's a guy out of Miami, man. I met him off of Instagram. And the dude is just a whiz when it comes to graphics and animation. And, you know, he does everything. I mean, websites, he does everything. Yeah. So, shout out to him.
Shout out to you, bro. You know who you are. And we go get you on the show.
Gonna make the whole video, this animation video. And the crazy part about it is I met him. I was just going, you know, since they know I have a label, a lot of graphic designers send me stuff. Yeah. And I happened to just be going through his page, and I seen he just did an animated video for what's shorty that's locked up, YN Melly.
Yeah,
he did that animated video for him.
Yeah.
So I called him. Me and my team, we called him, and
it's lit.
So that's finna drop. Molly Baby's Pressure mixtape is out now on streaming.
Molly Baby, y'all freaky secret.
Well, you know what?
She is.
To us, she like Freaky Zeke mixed with Eve.
Yeah.
That's how I look at her. Like she's actually our first lady of the label. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Molly Baby.
Shout out to Molly. We love you, girl.
You know, she on personal time right now. But you know, her mixtape, we had fun putting that mixtape together. She put her heart into it, and it's doing well, streaming well. We got that out. The Shake That video shoot, that was fun. Yeah. Shout out to my boy Manny, Fresh Films.
It looked like it was a wonderful time, man.
It was, man. You know, with each video we try to step it up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, from the previous video. That's for every artist on the label. You know, if they like Shorty J, he just had a video Gunplay. it said almost I think 60,000 views. So now on his next one that we put out, we want to top that. We want to get 120,000 views, 220,000 views.
Yeah.
My artist Pac Migo, shout out to bro. He just hit 100,000 for his mirror video. So now we trying to hit the 200,000, 300,000.
Yeah.
Same way with on the streaming side. Kills 300, 400,000 streams. So it's like every time we drop stuff, we want to top ourselves. We pretty much got blinders on. We're not paying attention to no other labels, what nobody else doing. I know we all share the same protocol with the label. Even though I'm the CEO, I still have to run all decisions through my artists, by my artists, through my team. And at the end of the day, we all share the same common goal, and that's to make sure that we not even the success, just put the work in so the labels and the distributors can see, because that's how the game go. If they don't see you having putting the work in and making the moves on your own, then they pretty much be like, well, we can't invest in them because they ain't really showing us nothing. People not gonna give you $2 million, $5 million, $10 million, and then you ain't, especially in your hometown. And I try to tell a lot of artists that they basically, think, oh, I'm gonna go get on somewhere else, but you gotta have that hometown love, and you gotta have your foundation here. If you from Chicago, you gotta be cemented in Chicago.
To take that out of town. Chicago artists got on out of town and didn't have a city and didn't go far as they should have went.
Because of the fact that what they fail to realize is these DJs, Don Ron, everybody, they pretty much all know each other, and they link somehow. And even the DJs in other cities and other states, they link with the DJs. Like my boy DJ Get Him, he's a Fleet DJ, so he's linked with all the other DJs as Fleet DJs. So they pretty much, they pass music. Yeah.
And if it's buzzing here, you should play it there.
Yeah.
But when a DJ hear another DJ on the set in the club, I've seen DJs have Siri playing the Shazam shit. What's that song they playing? You feel me? If they ain't on that song, they asking the DJ.
They literally will get on the phone and call here to Chicago and ask Sean Mack and ask KC's and ask them like, hey, man, it's somebody from Chicago named so-and-so doing a show down here in Memphis. Hey, you know him?
Right.
And if they be like, nah, I ain't never heard of them, and I don't really look that good. Yeah. So it's like you got to build that buzz and the fan base here first.
And I want to just chime in because I know a lot of people love, and when I started the rap shit 15 years ago, it was a lot of coast to coast.
Yeah.
They was finessing niggas. And now that I got a podcast to talk about that shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm not stepping that. I'm talking from an artist and a label owner point of view to all of y'all that's trying to do some music shit. Coast to coast and companies like Coast to Coast, they on that pay to play shit.
Absolutely.
They'll talk you up some good shit, build it up, and then you get there, and it's just U.S. open mic. Everybody thinking they finna headline. Because they don't sold you, I like your music, give me such and such dollars, we gonna give you a flyer, we gonna put you here, we gonna put you there, and you're gonna headline. So you don't got there all cocky, you don't told your people to come, and now you get there, and it's 30 people, like, I'm supposed to be headlining, and you 31, like, hold on.
So what I try to tell artists is, I mean, it's a touchy subject, but me being a manager, that artists need to have a team.
Yeah.
They need to have a manager, and the reason why is because a manager is a buffer between the artist and the BS.
Mm-hmm.
So, like my artists, I strive to be a part of everything that they do, from the features to everything, because you shouldn't waste your talents and you're not benefiting from the stuff. So it's like, when you first beginning, you got to go through the chilling circuit. You got to go through the hole in the walls. You got to rock the shows when it's only 20 people in the crowd. You got to pay your dues. You got to earn your stripes. That's for anybody. But it comes a time when you done already been in the D league.
You
know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, now you enter in the draft, and now you in the league. So when you in the league, when you regional and you national, it's time to start, because you're gonna be in this local thing for a minute. But once you get that buzz and that fan base, and your numbers start showing, and you move into the regional, then it's like you got to start doing those kind of shows. And I feel like that's where we at right now, where we're moving out of the local into the regional now, where what I'm saying, we streaming well, our video views is doing good. We have people now behind us that's trying to push us to the next level as far as BET Jams, Vivo, World Star, Off the Porch, stuff like that. So, Say Cheese and Vlad TV getting you in those kind of those kind of markets. And it's like, I definitely would.
I wouldn't.
So here's the secret to interviews, and I'm gonna give everybody the secret that's tuning in. Before you do that interview, you can actually have a sit down with that person interviewing you and tell them what you want to discuss and what you don't want to discuss.
Drake is the best.
And they have to follow that protocol.
Sometimes they try to push it, but you still gotta know how to.
And if they do push it, you gotta know how to deviate from it.
Cause like Mr. Kid in academic got his podcast now. He asked Rich Kid about that robbery situations and shit. Nigga, Rich Kid walked off on the middle of the episode. You feel me? Some shit you just don't want to touch on. You feel me? Like, bro, me and my lady got bad lady. You feel me? Where you going with this shit? I told you don't talk about this shit. You still trying to press me about this shit.
It's like, even with the interviewers and podcasts and radio shows, you know what I'm saying? Again, this is something that me and my artists are learning on the fly. We learn it as we go. That you do have to be able to handle yourself in interviews, and in this industry that we in, you gotta have tough skin, and that's something that I had to learn the hard way when dealing with people anyway. You know what I'm saying? For me, being a street cat coming into the business world, to me, the business world is way worse than the trenches. Because in the trenches, you know what you got, you know what to expect, you know who you're dealing with. But in this music business, like they can disguise themselves real well. You know what I'm saying? They can really, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors.
OJ smiling in the faces. It's a handshake with a snake.
It's like
real shit.
Like they ain't even snakes, bro. I don't even know what kind of creature they are. But aliens. A lot of people, they want to see you, and this is something this is why artists need managers. This is why even y'all having a podcast, y'all should have management too, because of the fact that y'all should. There's a person that handles the negotiations and the business, and then for the artists, they need time to just be an artist. A lot of artists they get discouraged because they trying to do the business and be an artist. It's an impossible feat, and I started as an artist.
I got a question. Hold on. We're gonna do a topic. No, this gonna be a group discussion right here. Y'all seen the recent episode of what's the name of this podcast? Wallow and Gilly shit with Whack 100. $2 million worth of game with Whack 100. How y'all feel about this nigga managing 6ix9ine? Him being a street nigga, him being a real blood.
So
but you settling. I feel like you saying fuck my morals over.
No, he's not. He's a businessman. So he's making a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead, Tom.
And then So as a businessman, and I watched the interview, and I thought about it from his point of view. I'm made. Niggas know who I am. All I'm on is getting some money. This nigga is good in music. He's good.
He's not good in music, Tony.
He's still doing numbers. He's still doing numbers. So
you seen that the first 2 videos.
And what is he? But you gotta listen to what the man is saying. The man is saying he's a civilian. So he's not including him in any.
So I'm the street cats. All right. So here you have an OG blood, Whack 100. He's not active.
No.
He hasn't been active in years.
Decades.
He's not active. He's an OG. That man is, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's in his 50s.
He's in his 50s.
He is not active. He is no longer toting no Ks, no AR-15s. Whatever he was doing was in the 80s and the 90s, early 2000s. He's not doing it now. WAC 100 is an official businessman. This is somebody that's sitting in them corporate boardrooms. This is somebody who's managing stars, you know, gold and platinum plaques.
And just to interject, he started, well, not started, but he got on in the industry breaking the game.
Yeah,
do you know how long ago that was? So he's a businessman at this point.
Here's the thing. It's just the same as the rappers. Lil Durk is from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
He's a rapper. He's one of our top star rappers right now. Okay.
Shout out Durk, yeah.
Durk is not active.
No. As much as he holla BD.
Durk is not active.
He's not active.
Because you can't be on tour in Europe and you on the front line of O Block. It's impossible. Durk is a millionaire. So is WAC 100. They're businessmen. Now, a businessman's mind frame, and I'm only talking because of the fact that I am now a businessman. What I did on 79th Street does not count in business, and what I do in business don't count on 79th Street.
Not count on 79th.
Now, as a man, should he represent that man? No.
But as a business
because against man's morals and values, no. But he's not thinking as just a man. He's thinking as a businessman. He knows, as all business people know, that dude, no matter how many people hate him or love him, he outsells most current rappers.
Facts.
Everything he does hits millions. Everything. I'm talking about, I swear to God, you wake up the next morning, it's at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 million.
Illuminati numbers.
Now, here's the thing. I do agree with them because I watched the whole documentary on him, the Danny Hernandez thing. I'm a documentary buff. I love reading. I love watching documentaries. Them Bloods, they ain't had no business doing what they did with dude.
So is it his fault or is it the Bloods' fault?
I say as a grown man, it's his fault because he got to take accountability of stepping into the wolves' den. But them dudes being street dudes.
You gotta think, you're saying that with the bias of knowing how the streets are.
So this is what I'm saying.
But if you were naive, and I promise I would.
But listen,
you think I would?
This is why I'm saying.
I'm just like, I would respect. Like how you said, Birdman checked his ass. I had to check your ass.
So here's it is. If I'm your homie, this is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, Danny wanted to be in music. And if you watch the documentary, it shows that he had a whole group of nerds that was with him. He had a whole group of nerds in the beginning, before the Bloods even stepped in the picture, that was helping him cultivate this whole 6ix9ine thing, right? So at the end of the day, he was a regular civilian. That's what he was, a regular Joe. It's no reason why he should have been in the trenches with them. He shouldn't have been able to wear their colors.
He should have only been there for videos.
If they were going to help him do music, you got to separate the trenches and music. That's just like everybody at this table knows everybody that's active. Mm-hmm. We know people that's out there right now that this is what they do. But we on a different lane now.
But if you ask 6ix9ine, he'll tell you he was active.
But he wasn't. We know he was not. No, no.
He's saying in meetings.
No. So that's the mistake.
He got jumped in, bro.
No.
So them niggas jumped him in right the night before he recorded whatever track put him on.
Again.
He
Smoke
got
and mirrors.
jumped in the studio.
Smoke and mirrors. Okay, here's a Goofy. See, you can do all this smoke and mirror with Goofy.
I've watched when I used to work at a DCFS halfway house, and I watched for 3 weeks straight this white boy get jumped into the vice lords because these vice lords ain't had shit else to do, and every day they would tell him, "Hey, bro, we forgot to do something. We got to do it all over again." And every day he got jumped into the vice lords. This is what I'm
saying. These bloods, dude was a meal ticket to them. Yeah. But they knew they had to figure out how can we absorb him in? How can we get him to represent us, but on a worldwide scale? How can we get him to make these millions, but we gonna benefit off of it? They knew that he was infatuated with the gang culture. They knew it. So when they said, "Hey, you want to be a part of the 9 trades?" He said, "Bet." So what they did is they never respected Shorty. But they did all the protocol to make him feel like, okay, I'm in now. Because if he in now, this is new family. So when he go make this $7 million and they give him $1 million, they take 6. You know what I'm saying? It's like these are my big homies now, so they not gonna do me wrong. And the whole time he making all this money, he got smart. He sat back and people was showing him like, bro, they been robbing you the whole time. I'm gonna let you sit in on the meetings. That's why they all indicted, because he shouldn't have been sitting there. Mm-hmm. He shouldn't have been on the hoorides. He shouldn't have been doing nothing because he's a civilian.
But is he though? Once you start doing shit, because I'm just gonna say this.
Listen, Chicago full of civilians making mistakes every day.
I'm just gonna say this. There was a woman Freemason. The first female Freemason was a Freemason because she fell asleep in a room. And her pops was a Mason, and they had a meeting. She fell asleep in her room. They didn't even know she was there. So after the meeting was over with, they had to make her a Mason
because of the information.
Right. So if you go on a ride, civilian or not, you are now part of the mob. Why? For 2 reasons.
Boys in the hood.
For 2 reasons.
Trey got out the car.
But it don't matter.
He got out the car. No, Trey decided to get out the car.
Trey is a bitch because he got in the car to ride.
I was saying him because he got out the car.
Trey in that movie, he's the smart one.
Exactly. He was a civilian. But if he rolled with them niggas, and then like, oh no, told on everybody. I can't respect that.
Right.
But they show you in the movie how civilians get caught up in the game. That's just like in Chicago.
So the first
we
time,
got a lot of civilians claiming all these.
I hear that.
Claiming all this stuff.
I hear that. But when we first saw the movie for our first time, what was your first reaction?
I still was able to pick it out.
No, he was a bitch. No, he was never like that. That was his homie.
No. I'm the only one that thought he was a bitch.
I respect him.
Listen, I'm glad you brought that movie up.
You got out the car.
Boys in the Hood.
You got in the car.
You did the right thing. But listen, if he had a roll with them
Boys in the
Hood,
Boys in the Hood and Minister Society talking.
He roll with them niggas. That's all I'm saying. Right, he should have stepped out the car. That's the only thing I got to say about it.
After his third single, he should have got out the car.
Okay. He didn't get out the car. Right. It's funny that we're using that terminology because we're in the joint. Bro, no. You in the car. He didn't get out the car. He didn't get out the car. So
that's all I said. He was active.
He's a goofy. He was active.
So again, in the sense of the word, yes. But in reality, no. They were lying to him.
He was lying to him. The front line with the nigga. He wasn't doing all the episodes going on.
Right now in the city that we live in. This is why we got all the little kids getting killed, innocent people getting killed, because the structure of the neighborhoods is no more. So just because this is your baby mama little cousin and you fucking his cousin, you get what I'm saying? He can claim, hey, these is my homies now and y'all take them in. Right. There is no more resume applications or nothing to be a part of nothing now. You can just claim the shit. But what happens is you're putting them in shit that them dudes is not even prepared for, that they have no clue about because they just regular dudes. But when you take regular dudes and you throw them in the trenches, same thing. When you take a regular dude and you stick him in the army, everybody is not army ready.
But that's why you got basic training.
And that's why you got dudes with no legs, and that's why you got dudes missing half their face, and they was only there for a month, is because that's not part of their destiny. You know what I'm saying? This man doesn't understand, and even whacking him. Another reason why I wouldn't do it, because of the severity of what he did. He doesn't understand that he's in the same category as Sammy the Bull. He doesn't understand that, bro, you broke down a whole neighborhood on a Rico case. You can't get no bigger than Rico. So you did something major, and then you just rolling around like it's cool, but it's never gonna be cool. You don't know how much real danger that dude is in, and I don't think his team is really stressing that.
The same city are complaining about 6ix9ine, but it's the same city that welcome home Rico, that the world better knows is Alpo.
Yeah, that's true.
So can we say it's a double standard in this shit?
It's definitely a double standard, but I'm gonna say the reason why they not gonna do nothing to Alpo, because Alpo got like 25 bodies under his belt, so he's not a regular dude.
Mm-hmm. So is Sammy the Bull.
Yeah, but you notice why Sammy the Bull still breathing?
He out here chilling.
Because there ain't too many people. You know how many bodies Sammy the Bull got?
And he telling it all on his podcast.
This is something that I be trying to explain to people. Dudes that really good at that, they for real good at that. At a drop of a dime, ain't gonna hesitate. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So all them dudes that was talking about Alpo, I understand what he did. Absolutely, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But you also got to remember why he got it and who he was in that clique. He was the muscle. Mm-hmm. He was the fly nigga, but he was the muscle. Mm-hmm. He was the nigga with the body.
So we're gonna check out.
So you thought in them federal jails where he was, ain't nobody do nothing to him.
Same thing with Sammy.
Because of the fact that this dude is gonna put that work in. He made the mistake, but he's still that dude who put that work in. So the difference between him and 6ix9ine is, again, 6ix9ine is just a regular civilian. This is why they put him in the trunk. This is why they tried to kidnap him. This is why they did all of that, because of who he is. He's just a regular dude. Yeah. The whole tough act, that was just an act. We now know that now. That was an act. Yeah. What they were doing was using dude. He was a pawn. Yeah. They fucked up because they kept trying to be in the street.
Casanova down too. That shit crazy.
Again, man, that Fed stuff is a motherfucker. And just like now they got the paper, they saying, they got paperwork with Jim Jones.
You know what I'm saying? Jimmy is next. Did you see the shit that Flip the Script was saying about that nigga?
Nigga, did y'all see the Chicago shit a couple days ago?
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Boy, they had a little Instagram page, and it was only up for like a day, and they put out all the paperwork on niggas. I'm talking about every hood, every big nigga. They got every nigga that these niggas. Even Dirk was like, damn, paperwork flowing through the city. Y'all better be careful, like, boy, real shit.
So again, right. This is a concept that I stress to all people. You just can't mix the streets. It never works out. No. Again, Suge Knight should be the the main example of it. Mm-hmm. You can't.
You know who I respect and who had a lot of street shit? DMX.
No, I don't ask you. Would you manage this nigga still? I think he broke it down.
And I still manage who?
6ix9ine. Yeah. Next subject.
Yeah. So yeah, DMX. DMX was a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? But his
circumstances heavy. He fought with the G's heavy. He was the only nigga, and I didn't even know until I did some research on this nigga and was watching. I forgot who Drink Champs I was watching, but they was talking about him always in Chicago with the Kings. And then
that's why he was always in Arizona. That's
with
why
the Kings. He was always with the Kings.
dude was one of them dudes. Like that's another reason why it worked for DMX.
Kings and GDs, and it's funny because you don't really hear GDs like really, but the Kings they be claiming X. After that nigga died, niggas started posting pictures. Niggas started talking about, oh yeah, he used to be on 19th and woo. They used to be racing the cars. Got pictures with him and like niggas my age now, but was like shorties when that nigga was like DMX. You feel me? Like playing with him and shit. Like shit crazy.
It's like when you a real dude in the street,
you can go anywhere
and you can do anything. You know, when you even if you playing NBA ball, we got dudes from Chicago that's actually was all stars. I'm talking about some of the greatest players from Chicago. They was street niggas. They was active, but then the neighborhood.
He ain't from Chicago, but Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson.
He said he was still getting busy in Texas.
Right. But then the OG sat him down and said, hey,
get your shit together.
Nigga, you are the hope for our block, our city. You made it. You're a millionaire now.
What's the nigga from Memphis? Randolph?
Zach Randolph.
Big GD.
Absolutely.
Big one of the guys.
He got respect in there.
G, this is how. Okay, so I was a shorty.
Like you think God got respect?
No, he overgot. He over.
Absolutely.
The guys know. But like MTV Cribs, I'm just watching that shit one day. That nigga had a whole blue pool table with the white 6-point star on it. He had a picture of Larry Hoover in the corner. All I could do was just throw the rakes up. Like, he ain't gotta say no more. He one of the guys. But that's just how it is, bro.
So
like,
it's like I be trying to explain to the artist. You know what I'm saying? I try to break it to him like the reason why a person like Lil Baby is where he at right now is because all the credentials match with the talent.
Mm-hmm.
If your credentials match with the talent, you're never gonna have a problem. Mm-hmm. The reason why it worked for Snoop Dogg, because Snoop Dogg really is a Long Beach 2-1 Crip.
And all of those people,
and he fed throughout the journey. He really was giving back to his city, to California, and he represented them on this global scale. Mm-hmm. So right now, he's now up. As soon as you think of Dre and Snoop and Cube, those certain people, that's the reason why the game has success. Because the game is really a Pyro Black Market Blood. Yeah. Like his brother Face is a real OG. Wack 100 was his manager. So all this stuff, and then you got Dr. Dre co-signing for you. You got Snoop Dogg co-signing for you. Same way with Nipsey. It worked for Nipsey because Nipsey's credentials and his talent match. He really is a Slauson boy. He really is a 60s Crip. He really put that work in. He really hustled. And when he got on, what did he do? He bought that whole thing right there.
And he started with a table in front on the block.
A table
on the block to buy one storefront in that storefront.
Whole damn mall.
And to buy the whole joint. You feel me? And
how many jobs did he give? You know what I'm saying? How many families did he help? Then he building the little rec centers and all the stuff that this man was doing.
Donating his clothes to people, man.
So here in Chicago, like that's something that, hopefully we can bring to the city, you know what I'm saying, by us linking up, that we can get those kind of opportunities. Because again, I learned the valuable lesson of you can't mix the streets, because the whole point of doing this is to get out. You know what I'm saying? Change the narrative in our families and all of that. So it's like, if I'm trying to get out, I don't want to bring this with me. This is bad luggage. I'm trying to get the good luggage now. So that's something that I had to learn. And you got to watch people. Like, even as a businessman and manager, I know how hard it be for me on some days. So I can imagine what the artists go through. You know what I'm saying? And I started as an artist, but because I was in the game, it was different for me. A lot of artists starting and they don't hustle. A lot of artists don't have hustlers in their family. They really got to get it from the dirt. So they go through a lot of messed up stuff. So it's like me knowing this, that's why I'm so passionate at what I do. You know what I'm saying? And in no shape, form, or fashion am I perfect. But like when people hear the music and they see him perform and they see him, they like, okay, he got something. So that's how I get my just due. You know what I'm saying? And when I meet a new artist and I bring him into the label, uh, it's like I just want to do good business. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I represent them as well as they represent me. So you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like I'm learning too that you gonna cut a lot of people off. And I ain't gonna lie, even as a man, I mean, you're gonna get your feelings hurt because these is gonna be people that you really thought that you was gonna rock with, and you know it don't work out for whatever circumstance or situation. But it's hard, bro. And like I said, I told y'all on the last interview, like when I started, I had one artist. Nobody wanted to play the music. Nobody wanted to give me a chance. Nobody wanted to help me get in the shows or nothing. But I kept grinding, doors, steady opening. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm here at this point. But now we going to the next level. And I'm not gonna lie, the more successful you get, the more fans that you get, the more everything just starts to get better. That's when all the bad shit start just showing its face. Like at first, y'all know, like y'all seen it, like man, he be having fun. But then all these situations start happening, and then you learning about this person and this person, and it's like, damn, like wow, like I see why so and so don't want to do this no more. I see why so and so retired because I can imagine this is just here on a local in your city. Just imagine in regional, national, and global. You know what I'm saying? I can imagine what Lil Baby and them see. We don't see that part, the fallouts and all that shit. I got 18 right now. So and then you know what I'm saying? Like I tell people about that. Do y'all know how hard it is dealing with 18 personalities, 18 characters, uh, situations? You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't change it for a world. Change it for nothing because of the fact that I'm doing what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? This was my dream. And then for me to be surrounded by all the talent that I'm surrounded by, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't have to, be with the movement, but they must have saw something in me the same way I saw something in them. And, I tell them in a minute, like, I wouldn't have nothing if it wasn't for them. You know what I'm saying? So we do everything as a family and like any family, you know what I'm saying? It's what's the word? Dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? We argue, we fight, we disagree. But I like to keep it within us, pretty much like just doing business with outsiders. That was it was a good and bad experience, but it's like now I see why I try to do everything in house because of the fact that you really gotta, you know, like y'all meeting y'all genuine dudes who really want this as bad as I want it. You know what I'm saying? That's different. Y'all don't have no motive. Y'all ain't got no. Y'all doing this because y'all obviously love the culture of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment, broadcasting. You know what I'm saying? We trying to take it to how Wallow and Gilly got it. I remember when that started. You know what I'm saying? And look at them now. You know what I'm saying? They got like number one, number two podcast.
Number one podcast.
Number one, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how Breakfast Club started off. People don't even remember. That's how the Breakfast Club started off with DJ Envy and Charlamagne. They was nobody. Didn't nobody know Charlamagne and them at first. All they knew was Envy and Angela Lee used to work for one of the record companies. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I think she worked for Shady. She worked for Wu Tang and for Shady Records. So and look at them now. So it's like what we doing. So I mean, this music industry, like I said, it's fun, but at the same time, it's like man, I really like again, you gonna have some times where you just gonna have to sit back and reflect and be like, damn, like man, is this really worth it? Because it's like relationships get messed up and you know what I'm saying? And you definitely gotta have a strong woman. on your team dealing with this shit. Like you literally can't have no weak chick. You gotta have a strong, intelligent queen, no matter what color she is. She gotta really have tough skin. Cause yeah, and you gotta. I tell even my artists, even dudes that that's in the business that I'm cool with. Like man, you gotta be 100% honest with yourself, with your artist, with your lady, with everybody, because this social media thing, it'll come back to haunt you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting watching other people it come back to haunt them. You know what I'm saying? So you just, like me, I'm not active. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been active in a minute. Don't plan on ever doing it again because I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? I'm older now, so it's like absolutely. And I got children. You know what I'm saying? And my son, he getting ready to turn 15, so you know what I'm saying? He's watching. You know, when we post this, he's gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, man, like my dad doing all this stuff. But again, I gotta be mindful of everything that I do because I know he watching. So I can't tell him to get good grades and make sure he on this and all, and then he's seeing his pops. So same way with my daughter and both of my daughters and stuff like that. Just the example that I'm setting, my little cousins and stuff, and like I said in the beginning, everybody. I guess that's how it is. Like when you got an idea, a dream, everybody just I guess it's meant for them not to believe. I don't think that's how it works. I don't think when you got an idea, a dream, people just automatically supposed to believe in you. I think you supposed to just put the work in and show them like, hey, this is what I do. This is what
they'll support you for the first week when you go idea. They'll support that idea for the first week. You may get a couple shares and shit, but when you really starting off and shit, you get into the growth stages of that shit. Nobody ain't gonna be that with you. That's why you need a team, like you said, bro. That shit get lonely.
And I just got a team. Like all the stuff, as y'all know, I was doing it like by myself. Like I literally spent 2 hours a day promoting on Facebook, promoting on Instagram, pushing it until I got people to help. I was doing it by myself because again, as it started getting better, remember I really didn't trust people. Like now that where I'm at now, I really gotta be careful of who I do business with or who I trust or who I let in because like I said, you find out in the long run, like people really just like latching on for the little success or the little fame or whatever, the limelight. It ain't even fame yet. It's just being in the limelight, like
cause you see the potential.
Yeah, like I don't have to wait in line at club. Like I literally like know all the bouncers now, or I know club owners and promoters now. So it's like I might give a call and say, "Hey, like I'm outside," or I let them know in advance, like I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? So I seen people latch on to that, like, "Yeah, I'm gonna hang with them because they always VIP or whatever." But I feel like this is something that I worked for. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't handed to me, and I had to build the reputation and the resume. But
I got a question. How would you tell a young promoter on the grind how would they be able to stamp themselves as a promoter, like make it real legitimate and like
what I would do is I would start off with parties and artist friendly events first. Because again, you got to build your name and you got to build like a trust between you and the people that's coming to these events. A lot of promoters think that you can just step into the business because you got money and it's like I can do this show, but it's never a guarantee how your event gonna turn out on that night. That's not even a guarantee because of the fact that what if it's a blizzard that night? It's a loss. You know what I'm saying? Anything can go wrong when you got money invested. So it's like it's really for real, it's rolling the dice. You know what I'm saying? Because you can do this artist event and it look like you did all the flyers and all the artists that signed up and all that. Yeah, that's cool. But it's like you not gonna know until that night of the show when you see all the cars and you see all the people in the line. So again, it's rolling the dice, it's taking a risk. That's why you want to take the most minimum risk when promoting. You want to put in less to get more. You You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say artist parties and like artist showcases, do them first, start off doing them first because you build a reputation and also you networking. So it's like everybody like, man, right. So I'm gonna go to their event because I know the DJ killing it, the host killing it, the bottle girls look good. You know what I'm saying? And the vibe is right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they gonna come, tee up with you. My boy doing it right now. He doing Taco Tuesdays at Nipsey's on Stony Island. You know what I'm saying? And it's decent and everybody's showing up. Now, I don't know where he got that idea from, but it worked. Good DJ, good shots. Tacos don't cost that much. The shots don't cost that much that night. All the pretty ladies up in there, like bam, they didn't transform Leona's into. They actually changed it to Nipsey's like on Martin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was whoever thought of that brilliant idea. But again, that's how promoters. Yeah, that's how promoters gotta do. They gotta think out. When you're a promoter, you can't think in a box. You can't. When you promoting, you gotta put yourself as the consumer. Like, what do they want to see? What are they listening to on the streets? What's gonna be hot? And then you come up with it. And then you make it a reality. But again, put in less to make more.
What do you like doing more, promoting or managing? What's your niche?
I think I have more fun in the studio. Yeah, I think I have more fun in the studio than anything. Like I pretty much.
So you like to manage?
Yeah, but promotion, co-directing videos, like it's all a part of what I do. So I think that's why artists like to gravitate towards what we doing because I'm that hands on.
Yeah.
But it starts as being like in the studio, managing, making everything, prioritizing everything. But I mean, a manager has to be like, you got to be everything to an artist. You got to be, I ain't gonna lie, you they therapist.
Babysitter.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just had an incident with my artist, bro. So look,
you all of that, pretty much.
I ain't gonna say who, but he just had a situation with his living situation. So, I'm married, bro. I got a kid.
Yeah.
I can't help a grown man, which I can't bring you into my crib, bro. I have a whole family.
Like you got the M's and shit. Like
yeah, bro. It's like I can't give you a condo, nigga. I can't do that for you right now. So It's like, what you want me to do, bro? Then when he called me when he was going through a situation, I was with 100K. We was in the middle of a studio session, so you want me to leave this session to go do what you gotta go do. So he felt personal. So we fake got into it for the last 2 weeks. I ain't get into it with him, but he felt personal and shit. Like, but I had to let him know, like, nigga. You have your personal life. You have to set your own shit up. You still have to deal with your shit, your personal life, bro.
It's a fine line. So, I'm one of those managers who, if they need my help, if I can help, I am gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Again, your home life has to understand what you partaking in. So for me, my fiance, she understands, like, hey, because she's a part of the label. She's my business partner. So sometimes if I'm over here handling this, they might call her and say, hey, well, I need help on this. I'm trying to reach him. He not answering. Okay, what you need? Bam, 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 bam. So it's like, for us, it's just a different vibe because we help each other. You know what I'm saying? Because, I lost my son a year ago. So I went through that. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all. I went through that. But my artists, you know what I'm saying? That was a real dark time for me. You know what I'm saying? But they was there for it. You know what I'm saying? They understood what I was going through. And just like this year, we just celebrated the first year of him being gone. So from the 28th pretty much to the 3rd or the 10th, I pretty much really wasn't doing nothing because I, got to go through that stuff with my family, got to go through that with my son's mother and, stuff like that. And even just for myself, just like, damn, it's been a year. I understand now with all the parents that had lost their kids and had to bury their kid. I get it now. You know what I'm saying? It's the worst thing you ever gonna go through as a man or a woman to have to bury your child. It's the worst shit ever. But they was there. So sometimes, my fiance, she'll check me and be like, look, I know you don't like being involved in their personal life, but you are the person that's helping pretty much manage their life. Because when you manage somebody's career, their life is part of the career. You know what I'm saying? So when you get them kind of phone calls, it's like as a manager, you sort of do have to, like,
they ask for guidance.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can't physically help you on this situation. And again, the reason why he took it left is because he looks at you differently than he looks at everybody else. So again, I done been through that where, in certain situations I didn't handle how I was supposed to handle it as a manager, and I learned from those things. And then in certain situations where I went above and beyond as a manager, and got snaked or got bit. So again, with this whole process of becoming a businessman, hey, it's gonna be so much bad shit. I mean, it's good times, but it's gonna be so much bad stuff that you gotta navigate through. And again, it's a part of it. And anybody in the industry, like I say, I'm a documentary buff, so I done sat and watched Quincy Jones documentary, Clarence Avant. I read books on Jimmy Iovine and people like that, and Clyde Davis and Barry Gordy. Like, I'm a huge Barry Gordy fan, bro. Like, it was bad for dude for so fucking long before the Motown thing even caught. Like, they been doing that shit before Motown even caught. So everybody go through that rough patch, that rough stage. And you being a beginning manager, like, man, wait till one of them catch. That's when wait till one of them get that attention. Because now you got to deal with the ego and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go through that too. These artists, they'll get a taste of it and they'll flip. But it ain't even artists. Like, prime example, say y'all introduce me into a new venue. We go ahead, we link up, you the DJ, y'all hosting, we in on it, we promote it together. Say these events just start jumping. Watch how the club owners start acting. Watch how everybody starts acting once everything get to do. Everybody changes. Some people are not able to handle money like that. Sometimes money it really do change people. Like when they see that money coming in, man, they get arrogant, they get shiesty, they get egos, everything start happening. So again, like I said,
they say money magnifies whatever type of person,
what that person already was.
All of
so
that. Fame,
if a person,
limelight, attention,
So
all of that.
If a person was already like a sneaky nigga, like, you got a stack of ones, $5 missing, you not really noticing. You feel me? Until now you got big dollars in.
But see, the only reason it's being sneaky now because they now have the opportunity to be sneaky.
Exactly.
A lot of that's just like you take a normal female and you make her famous. Yeah. She's gonna change into morph into this different person because she never got that opportunity.
She never had that attention.
So that's just like your artist. You starting off, wait till they streams getting a half a meals, wait till they videos getting a meal. That person is gonna start smelling themselves, feeling themselves.
Especially when they didn't have that shit. Like, if they wasn't a person who wasn't,
like you said, they ain't had no hustle. Like,
they didn't have that. They
didn't have a hustle, or they wasn't one of the cool kids.
But then they turn into that person.
Oh man,
that's when you gotta think. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm finally that nigga. I'm gonna shit on everybody.
I'm gonna tell you the best advice I'm gonna give you, starting off right now, is please make sure you have non-disclosures set up with those artists, and that you have some kind of contractual agreement with them. Even if it isn't a standard contract, it has to be something, because you don't want to invest your time and invest yourself into these people and then they turn around and get on walk off. You know what I'm saying? Then you know, it's happened to me plenty of times. I'm now just, you know, where people I'm working with behind the scenes are like, nah, bro, you got some good shit going on here. I understand it's loyalty, it's dedication, but make sure your business is in order. And I've been doing it this way for so long, but they like, nah, you here now. You gotta do it this way because this way is gonna protect you and them. And I'm like, all right, cool. But at first, I wasn't doing it either. But then, like I said, I never thought that things would be how they are now. Where, like I said, we getting that first shot at limelight, we getting the first attention, we starting to see good stats. People think we rehearse when we perform, but we don't. We just get up there and vibe out, and we just had this connection. Again, I'm nothing without them, though. You know, I wouldn't have a label. I wouldn't have the opportunities that I have now if I didn't have all this talent around me. And I got hella talent, so I'm pretty much one of the lucky ones. Like I'm lucky enough to get people who, like, soon as I get them in the studio with Kels, we just make magic. You know what I'm saying? And it's fun and it's easy. I haven't had like them artists. I think I have, but I didn't. Either they didn't stay with me or I didn't stay with them. And that's why they're not a part of it now. But I mean, pretty much, I had to humble myself and understand that without the talent that I got, I wouldn't have what I have. So it works neck and neck. So I mean, this, like I said, this music stuff, this business, this entertainment, it is like it's boy, it's a trip. Um, I started managing my cousin. Um, I say around 2015, 15, 16. And yeah, so about 2015, 16. But I had the label, well, half of the label. I had, like I said, I started as an artist, and that was like 2003, 2002, 2003. So, again, like I said, I had to go lay that time down. So when I came home, I couldn't be an artist no more. So I had to figure out a game plan, like what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a part of entertainment, even though I couldn't be an artist. So then I was like, you know what? A lot of people started giving me the idea, especially the guys on the yard. Just like, man.
They seen it me. They seen it how you operated, like just your aura.
Well, they knew I really wanted to do business. Shout out to my boy Reese Money. This is my boy from Kankakee. We used to always, when we was at Leavenworth, we used to always just, bounce ideas and stuff. And this was somebody that I'm telling, like, man, I need to really, go out here and do this again, but like take it seriously this time. As an artist, I didn't take it seriously. I was selling dope and gangbanging, so it just I could rap. I'm gonna put a mixtape out, but I'm still doing what I'm doing every day. I really I liked the attention. But did I think I was finna be the next Jeezy? I ain't think it was gonna happen like that. So a lot of rappers, that's another thing with these artists. Sometimes they don't think it's gonna really like, man, I'm good, but I don't think it's really gonna happen until it happens. But and that's why I wind up getting caught up, had to do the time. But when I came home, I'm like, I can't do none of this shit no more. The feds done stopped all of that. I can't do none of this. If I do this, that's 30 to life. Okay, I gotta find something else to do. All right, so what's the hustle? Like, what can I do? What can I hustle? I'm like, damn, well, I'm good at this music shit. I'm like, well, you get on the business side. Them motherfuckers making all the money anyway. Like really?
Right.
So I started reading books like, oh, I ain't know, damn, managers get down like this? Damn. But if you own a label, I'm like, well, damn. So when I came home, like I said, they was like, so and so can rap, so and so can rap. And I'm finding out they have no clue about business. So I had to start off, like I said, I started with my cousin. It didn't work, but I learned a lot and just went from there. And
I think
then
most record labels, the first one never works. I don't think nobody ever had.
I don't think. I think because you got to go through the growing pains, you got to go through everything. So it's like.
I ain't gonna lie, I went through that already. I went through.
This my third round.
You came up on the CEO side because I ain't gonna lie. At first, it was just novelty. It was like, okay, everybody a fucking CEO. And you really thought it like you eliminated that fact and you directed on your certain artists and they got clothing line and you push their hustle. And I peeped that shit. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
I mean, because it starts to be a part of you. Like, I literally, like, my fiance, she like, man, before I actually saw it, I live this with you every day. So I see that you really, really like, this is what you do every day. You on the phone every day. You talking about this business deal. You making this business deal. Like, she's seeing me do it every day. So she like, man, I'm literally sitting in the inside watching. And sometimes she is amazed. Sometimes she just like, man, then sometimes she like, dude, you don't never take a break. Like, can you put the phone, do not disturb? Can you like, I can't even, I'm in the movie theater and it's like, hello, like, dude, we watching a movie, like, hold on, I gotta take this. You know what I'm saying? Or I might be at Thanksgiving dinner, or Christmas dinner, or something. Recital. I gotta get on this phone. I gotta check the email. I gotta look at social media. So
what about that sacrifice? What would you tell your artists or the new artists like about anybody trying to do entertainment? Like, what about the sacrifice? How much do you have to do?
Everybody got to sacrifice from the CEO to the artist to the management to the road manager to the accountant. Everybody got to sacrifice because
even the family and friends.
Everybody does. Like your support system, they got to understand that hey, I'm taking this serious now. I won't mess with an artist unless they taking it serious.
But you know what I learned when it comes with the sacrifices to get yourself through it mentally, you have to know how to prepare you for the future. Because the little shit that you're doing now, that shit gonna be intense times 20 when you get on.
Oh yeah.
So think about it. Like I tell my artists all the time, bro. I work a job. My day starts at 3:50 in the morning every day, bro. I got a side hustle when I got the job. I pick Justice up. I'm on some other shit. Like today, I came here with y'all. I'm here with y'all. I still gotta handle shit with my wife. I still gotta go to cheerleading practice and shit. Then, like you say, you still on the phone with your artists and shit. They got their life problems. We should be playing the EPs. We playing in this mixtape, videos and shit. You still got so much shit. Then by the time 11 o'clock comes,
it's time for bed.
It's time for bed. But then, some days, like I tell them, Sunday.
Now that's for me. Sunday is one day where I chill.
Sunday, it gotta be one day where niggas know like these not business hours.
But I don't go to sleep till maybe 12, 1 every day.
Facts.
And I sleep the hours that I sleep. I get up, take one of my daughters to school, and then I try to go back to sleep. But then I might be on social media, or people start calling me at 9 o'clock, or people texting me or emailing me. So it's like, listen, if you want to be a part of it, no matter what part of it, what element of it, you gotta. I mean, he a DJ. He had to at one point to take DJing seriously. Like, man, this ain't a hobby. This ain't something I just do. I'm finna make this my bread and meat. I'm finna get out here. This is my hustle. This is my, like I know DJs. This is their 9 to 5. They DJ everything from Sweet 16 parties to weddings to fucking corporate parties. You know what I'm saying? Church events. You know what I'm saying? So this is their hustle. I know photographers. They literally are photographers 24/7. That's what they do. So again, it's like once you decide you're gonna be in this music industry or broadcasting or whatever,
that's what you gotta do.
You gotta do it, and your people gotta understand. And again, you're gonna lose a lot of relationships. You are.
Like on some real shit, bro. I be at work. I do forklift. There be times I have to pull over, like, it's time to promote. Because I know when you post at a certain time, niggas gonna watch your shit. It's like your algorithm is gonna be as popular.
I mean, when you at the gig, I can't get away from it because they asking me stuff. Man, hey, I seen this. Man, I was on there. Man, y'all doing this Wednesday? Man, what is you doing here? It's like, well, you gotta
definitely link up, bro. Because I already have places to go. I just need a strong crowd.
Yeah, so that's why I told bro, and I told her, like we been talking about doing it, But everybody had to get the space to do it. But now is the time. So we definitely, like I told you, the label definitely wants you to be his official DJ. You know what I'm saying? Definitely want to promote with y'all.
He was calling me.
Like I'm calling, like man.
But the funny thing, he didn't know you was the same person I was finna do the promotion with. Right. He called like, who your DJ? Who your DJ? I'm like, Down Rhyme.
That's who I'm looking for.
I'm like, Down Rhyme, my DJ. He's like, say, get on the phone. I'm like, told you.
Again, like I said, man, y'all be on the lookout for that because we definitely finna do some big things coming up for the end of the year and going into the new year. Man, we finna be a lot of places, a lot of new venues. Like I said, when we get to traveling, going out of town, you definitely mobbing with us. You know what I'm saying? So you can be the official DJ. But got a new one for you too. We finna drop this compilation probably in the next 2 months. Definitely gonna get you to host that whole thing. But me and Kels just chopped it up about that a couple of days ago. We coming with our first label compilation. We've been dropping mixtape after mixtape from the artists, but I thought of, I think I was looking at YouTube, and I happened to go back. I know when we was growing up, most of the labels had label compilations. Rough Riders had theirs, Bad Boy had theirs. You got Master P had his, Cash Money had theirs. So I was just like, you know what? Yeah. So I'm like, I ain't seen a compilation since QC. So I'm like,
Christmas compilation.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like I nobody does that anymore. And the last one I seen was QC. So I said, you know what? I think it's time for us. I got enough talent to where we can come up with a dope compilation. And also people that we associate with outside of the label that's not a part of the label, but we mess with them. Have some dope tracks from them, and then have him host it. You know what I'm saying? And just, put something real dope out.
I'll hop on the feature.
Hey, like I said.
No, come on. We need a Reese Money and Tone Diesel feature. We need the old heads on the track, man.
Right. That 80s baby shit.
I'll tell you.
I just had a little
Titty Boy was The World Knows Some Better known 2 Chainz. Took off when he was 34.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am now 33.
Hey, how was
I can do the same shit.
How was the artist like when you know what I'm saying? For all that stuff happened, he was an artist.
Early 2000 too, so we got to hit that.
So, me being an artist, I mean, like
mixtapes was crazy. Everybody,
you know what?
Mixtape was.
So here's the thing. Only at that time.
That was the cusp of the mixtapes.
So that was like the beginning.
Yeah.
So you had
mixtape like dope.
You had certain people that had mixtapes out, like DJ Clue.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Clue was like the head dude, like with his DJ drama.
Yeah,
what about Chicago though? Like, what was the scene like 03, 04? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that was
Soldiers at War.
So back then,
who else was out there?
Chicago really, we really wasn't like mixtape crazy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, remember, we had Twister, we had Do or Die, we had Psychodrama.
Not to cut you off, really first person I think I know as being a hip hop head is Bump J when he did the game.
So that's what I was going to get you. So when you had Twister at one point dominated. So at one point it was only Twister, the Brat, and Common. So Crucial Conflict had their little run. Do or Die had their run.
Right.
But nothing was bigger than Twister, the Brat, and Common. All right, so the Brat was our female. Twister was our juggernaut. And then you had Common that was he was our MC.
Yeah.
So
you gotta give him credit for going against the great Ice Cube.
So
bodying Ice Cube.
Right.
He was a big
bodying Ice Cube.
So
shout out the Big Four.
So then it's like once that the Brat, she was just like so super perfect. She was so super like at one point in time, she was like a mega star. You know what I'm saying? But Twister was like big, like that Jamie Foxx, that whole thing. He was big, bro. He was big, like a Adrenaline Rush.
I'm gonna tell you, remember he had a career before the Kanye when Kanye
right. I mean, so
Twister lived 2 careers, really.
No, he actually had 3. So he had tongue twister.
Early 90s.
Right. So then we really wasn't like, we really didn't have nobody. And then all of a sudden, it's like that song came out with Do or Die. When Poe Pimpin' came out, it was just like, wait a minute, who is Dude? And everybody like, oh, that's Tongue Twister. But he, they like, no, he don't go by Tongue Twister no more. He Twister. So it's like, once he came with Adrenaline Rush, and then he came with the Speed Knot Monsters, it was like, and then the whole Kanye Jamie Foxx thing, and then he kicking it with Jay-Z every day with Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? Dame Dash and them. It was just like, damn, Twister. This is our star. The Brat represented for the female. She was killing shit. She was platinum. You know what I'm saying? It was like, bam. Then Common was hanging with killing the New York niggas. You know what I'm saying? We had the Spitter. Then Bump J came with the gangster shit. When Bump J came, it was like, wow.
Video games and shit.
So then it's like the bidding war. Now they talking about they done gave him $5 million. It was like, bam. But again, he was one of them dudes with the street credentials and the talent matched so well because he was really doing it. So it's like, but then the down south thing was more heavier because the South was killing shit.
It was more colorful too.
You gotta think, we had Master P, you had Suave House, you got Swisher House, you got Cash Money, you got Lil Jon, and you got the whole Atlanta, that whole South. Outkast is now, you gotta think, Outkast is a super group by now. You know what I'm saying? They just went diamond. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got Goody Mob, right? So
T.I. was, that's what he was.
We was sure that shit was lit.
Jeezy on the mixtape thing popping. Luda popping.
Gucci was cooking up.
Gucci had 1,000 tapes. T.I. was Rubber Band Man. You know what I'm saying? So as an artist, it's like, all right, I'm finna come out. I'm finna do this. I'm like, okay, I'm a dope boy. I got my own money, so I can fund everything myself. That's actually how I got in the promotion shit. Because some guys I knew was bringing Lloyd Banks. And they were short 6,000. And they like, hey, if you put the 6,000 in with us, we gonna, I'm gonna show you the ropes. And that's how I was able to learn how to promote. I started off just like that. I didn't do those parties or the small stuff. I started off this, and but he really showed me like from A to Z, booking the flights, booking the hotel, getting the venue, paying security, paying the DJ, and I'm just like, so this is how you do it. Then you got to get this certain capacity at this venue, and you're gonna already know how much you're supposed to generate if you get to this capacity, and back end money and deposits. And once I learned it, it was like, all right, then I went on my own. So as an artist, I'm rapping, but I'm also promoting stuff and bringing people like the Franchise Boys and, you know what I'm saying, D4L and people like this to the club. But I'm the opening act for them. I got motherfuckers I know opening for them. Yeah. But I got 1,700 people in here to see. Like, I actually had a show where first 2 weeks I brought BG. And then the second 2 weeks, we brought Lil Wayne. This was before Go DJ Lil Wayne. Go DJ had just get ready to come out. Yeah, BG had just get ready to go in. He had just when he caught the case. So I had BG right before he signed to T.I. You know what I'm saying? So it was like Franchise Boys. It was like a Yin Yang Twins, Field Mob. Like, now them days, that's when club get 2,000, 1,700 people. But the club that I was promoting at out of town, it held 2,000 people. So there's 1,700 people every week, every 2 weeks. And this was the spot. Because I had the money, again, this is fun. Like I'm already got a sort of name. I'm a Chicago nigga hustling out of town. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm rapping and I'm bringing shit to the club. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? I just it just was happening. But am I taking it serious on the business side? Fuck no. I'm just having fun. You know what I'm saying? And I'm counting and my first time seeing money machines and I'm like damn, like I'm doing this, you know, and you know, I got my old head with me and he like, man, he my manager and he like, man, well, what you want to do next week? Ah, well, shit. When you got the money, you can do it. But I had no LLC. I didn't have no business. I just was doing shit. And that's when I got to the feds and I learned, like, man, I gotta like take this serious. So that's why I came home. I got the degree from Prairie State. You know what I'm saying? Business and marketing. I just really like took care of the business side. So again, like I tell all artists like have fun with it, but I want them to learn the business too. And I want them to be able to navigate in a room full of vultures because I'm telling y'all, it's y'all gonna see. Like y'all gonna really see, man, like people gonna change, relationships gonna end, you're gonna be like, damn, like I thought it's supposed to be better. It does get better, but it's like all the shit you gotta deal with. So like right now that's where we at and you know, man, I don't. You see, I done grew the beard. I'm gonna keep it in the grow too, because I want to see something. But I done learned the lesson in the last, I say, few months about business and about people and business and everything. And you know, at first, you know, being a street dude, you be mad, you be upset, you be angry, but then, like, you know what? Maybe it was meant for me to learn it this way or get it this way. And
you learn to cut your losses.
And then I done met so many good people networking too. I don't want to make it seem like everything just bad because I done met motherfuckers just like minded that want to get it, want to make it up out of this shit. And so, like I said, it's fun.
It's like you lose a person, but then you fill them with a more valuable person.
You got to be built for it. I can just tell you, it's just like anything. Being a football player, dudes is built for that. You know what I'm saying? They dedicated their life, sacrificed to get where they at. Don't think LeBron James had it easy. That man had to work to get to where he at. You know what I'm saying? And he had to have a hell of a team to get him there too. You know what I'm saying? So again, the journey gonna be what you make it, but you got to be built for it. I ain't even gonna lie. This ain't if this is a hobby for people,
that's not it.
You might as well go and just leave it alone because this ain't for no hobby. This ain't like you really got to be dedicated to it. And all the people that made it, the G Herbos, the Dirks, the Polo G's, everybody that made it and they millionaires now, believe me, it was a climb. It wasn't handed to them. They had to put that work in. And it was times when, remember when they first started, it wasn't as fire as it is now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you keep putting that work in, it's gonna happen. And then when you get there, you just gotta know how to treat it. So, you know, I'm like I said, I'm blessed, man. I'm having fun. Shout out to the whole squad. They, you know, like I said, I ain't got shit without them. So, you know what I'm saying? We do have a bond. We are a family. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's why I wish she would have been here. Cause I love when she get interviews. Cause she keep it 100. She tell Molly baby she gonna tell it. She gonna keep it all the way 100. But
we gonna get you out here.
Definitely gonna get you on here. But yeah, man, we having fun, man. And like I said, this next chapter, I think we gonna have a ball, man.
Real talk.
We're gonna have a ball.
Who your hottest artist right now? You feel like?
Right now, I mean, Kel James got the hot one right now with the Pink Lambo 3. Molly Baby got the Pressure mixtape. Before then, we had Shorty J 900s, Strictly for the Streets, hosted by DJ Morris. And then I got OTE Comp out of the Cabrinis. He doing well on. He's just now streaming well, but he's at like 1.6 million total on YouTube. Pac Migo, he's doing well streaming and video views and stuff. It's like 4 of them on radio right now. That's big bands, Molly Baby, Jamaica, which is one of my R&B singers, and Shorty J900. He got Gunplay playing on the radio right now. And then we got like Nate Grams. He's a new addition to the. He's like our MC. You know, the person that I put in that category. We got Lex B. She tough. Shout out Lex B. She's definitely tough. Then we got Cece. Cece is a new addition to the label too. She dope as hell, dope ass songwriter. She rap and sing. She finna bring a new vibe. Yeah. A new vibe coming from the city. Like when I first heard her, I was just like, wow. Yeah. Like I seen her like when she was a little bit younger, like years ago, at an artist event, and I just was like, man. And then I wind up running into her, like, Cece, what's up? Like, yeah, I'm ready now. Yeah. And man, she definitely ready. Shout out to Cece. Then I got Geeked Up Steph. He's out of Iowa. He's actually my cousin. He's from Chicago, but he lives in Iowa. Sway the Rapper. He's from Tupelo, Mississippi. Dope. Like I said, Jamaica's getting ready to drop her first single, her first video. Band's first single, first video. Like I said, we finna do this compilation. But CC and Bands are the next one to drop. And then Shorty J900 to be right behind him with his second mixtape called Legacy. And then Coomp finally finna drop his War Wounds. That's finna come out soon. So, like I said, by having all of them and having all this talent, all this stuff, it's like everybody just coming. So, I say by next year, man, this time next year, we should have dropped about anywhere between six and 8 projects. Definitely want to step it up on the promotion side. Like I said, that's why I said linking up with y'all, that's going to be amazing, man, because we'll be able to do, like I said, like-minded. So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes in business, people are not like-minded, so they don't have the same vision. But y'all being young, them being younger, you younger than me.
Yeah, I was on promotion too. Me and folks were talking about that, like how I was trying to get in the promotion game. So yeah.
So y'all definitely finna get into it. We finna have fun, but I learned a lot from my mistakes. So it's like that made me a better promoter. So I see things differently. And again, like fresh ideas and people bringing stuff to the table. I mean that's gonna keep the people want more. But the music stuff, like that's the easy part. Like I said, the business is where you got to clamp down on. But I'm having fun. I can't lie, man. When I see them and they doing these shows and they doing these big interviews and stuff, and their videos is dropping, and I'm seeing these streaming numbers. Like again, that's something that we didn't really have at first, and now that we have them, it's like, damn, I literally totaled up all the streams, and we like at like I'm down there like 500,000 streams. So it's like, damn, like, wow. And I'm looking at the video, shit, we had like 2.2 million total views. You know what I'm saying? All the artists, all their views and all their streams. So when I'm looking at stuff like that, I remember when we didn't have none of that. You know what I'm saying? And to know that we being played, like, I got DJs texting me like, hey, we finna play so-and-so in a couple of minutes. And then we riding and I'm like, damn. Then I go to this station, I can go to 106.3, and then they playing Jamaica over there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn. Now it's like, okay, now my next goal, 107.5. Once I got all the radio stations, and then my last goal is the pop station. You know what I'm saying? I even want a rock band. Like I literally signed a rock band. If they good, I'll sign them.
That's
Like
right.
because
then it's a record label.
Because we not a that's I wanted to make that clear to everybody that it's not just rap. It's rap, R&B, hip hop, pop, rock. I want to be a real label. I want to be recognized as a real label.
That's what I'm on too.
But it's fun, man. I'm telling you, it's fun, and it's just hard work. But you know, you're gonna have your up days, your down days. But
that's the game.
It's the shit.
Real shit. So before we get up out of here, man, because you know this is a pleasure, man. This our brother. We can always wrap it up. We can chop it up for hours. We gonna have him on for sure. More episodes. Molly Baby coming. We got a lot more people coming. We got the rest of the crew coming. You know, we gotta have Kels because that's bro for sure. You know what I mean?
Definitely gotta have Kels. I think that might be him and Molly will be our next one. Because they both got the mixtape.
I went to school with that nigga. I've been,
I don't want to fuck that nigga. He cool though, but like
that's bro. Phenomenal engineer, amazing artist, songwriter.
That nigga was passing out Pink Lambo our freshman year. I'm like, he was granted. Like when I met him my freshman year at the Ridge, he was passing that shit out on the CDs. Niggas like CDs, like the fuck, but he dedicated, he stick to it. I can respect him for that.
Lambo 3
out.
He's
a prime example of somebody who just stuck to his dream, and it's happening now. I'm proud of him. You know, the man has been a tremendous help to my label. As far as this man from definitely have executive producer rights. Like he's really at that point now. So a lot of the stuff that we coming out with now, you'll see his name in the fine print, executive producer. Dope producer, dope artist, dope songwriter, hell of an engineer. Like I said, I'm blessed to have them kind of people that's in the circle, part of the label, part of the family. Definitely ain't shit without them. And like I said, y'all gonna see when we get to promoting these events and shit. Like it's another level to it, and it's just I hope everybody stay grounded. You know what I'm saying? But it's a hell of a ride. Well, it's a hell of a ride. I can tell you that much.
So, now, where can the people find you at?
Well, y'all know I'm a social media head. Y'all see me every day, but those who don't, on Facebook is Reese Grindhard Holbert. That's my personal page. On Instagram is CEO Reese Money. And then we have the SGEYBN Entertainment page on ENT is SGEYBN underscore ENT on Instagram. And then on Facebook is the SGEYBN ENT LTD page. Everything y'all want to see about SGEYBN and Reese Money, y'all can go on any of those platforms. The music is everywhere on all streaming platforms. We on YouTube. We get ready first time ever be on BET Jams, which I'm just like over the moon about that because I never thought we would have something on BET Jams or Vivo and World Star and stuff like that. But that's what we're going next. Shout out to everybody that's helping behind the scenes. Shout out to my team behind the scenes. There's too many of them to name, but Danielle, Dre, Geeked Up Steph, everybody behind the scenes. Ashley, my fiance, all the graphic people to be looking out, video directors. You already know Manny, Fresh Films. That's bro. He's been a person behind our videos the whole time. Yeah, that's my boy Manny. Manuel Beza, check him out. Fresh Films. And then like to Envion is that's our family. Will, that man been there for me for the last almost 3 years and been rolling the red carpet out. So he seen from the beginning when I came with my first artist. You know what I'm saying? And this is my third roster.
Yeah, we gotta get you on here too, bro.
Yeah, so like I said, Shy Bliss, that girl Olivia, everybody, DJ Get 'em. Everybody, man.
I went to him at the lounge.
Shout out Bliss. It's a lot of good people, man. Real shit. We appreciate y'all sliding, man. DJ Don Ryan in the building. We got my boy K Boogie in the building. We got my brother Reese Money in the building. I'm Tom Diesel. We out. Y'all have a blessed, prosperous night, day, weekend. Get that money. Don't let that money get you. We out.
All of that.